So, hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to Awakening the Soul. It appears like I do have audio now. We are going to start with the general reading and then get into some messages. I was called to bring the Sacred Forest deck in today. So, we are going to get a general message from that deck to begin with, and then we'll get into some questions. So, this is the daily energy. So, okay. Okay, looks like lots wants to come out today. So we're going to start with the bottom of the deck is the Enchanted Fern Grotto, which is refuge. Um, so do you have a little space that you can go to just be in your energy, someplace that is, a personal little refuge for you? Then we get a couple of cards. The first card out was the card of family, which is the wolf spirit, and then the frog spirit, which is renewal. So if there's been a little separation from someone in your family, I feel like this week that may change. And then the next card is the secret spring, the card of success, the bluebell fairy, which is gratitude, and the unicorn, which is purity. So I feel like if there was some difficulty with somebody in your family, you're going to get a new opportunity this week to maybe bring things back around, begin in a place of gratitude, and being open to the new cycle, wanting to come through. So sometimes we have to have a period of time alone so we can up level. And I feel like you maybe had that time. And sometimes if you have a relationship with somebody and you don't really like the way that relationship is, you know what happens sometimes? Source knows you want a different kind of relationship. So sometimes that relationship has to fall apart so something new can be built. So if there's been separation from somebody, take it on the perspective of, I didn't really like how that relationship was anyway. I would like that person to have more respect for me, more love for me, more value for me. What is it you actually want from that person? And go in this sacred space that is yours and talk to Source. Tell Source what you want in that relationship. You get to create the things you want. What is your ideal thing? You can write it down. But I feel like if there's a sacred place that you go to, go talk to Source. You can really create everything you desire. Sometimes we think we're stuck or we're alone because of there is a separation with this. I feel like really strongly like you're not alone. This is a time of your growth. What have you learned in the last month? Like I hear, what up leveling have you done? And that's crossed by the 5 of Wands. That's for you to do your part of this mission. And sometimes, like I said, you have to do that alone. You have to discover who you are, who your authentic self is. Because that is the journey. The 8 of Cups, like walking the path. So the more authentic you know who you are, the easier your path becomes. In the recent past is the Queen of Swords, which is, having some clarity of what do I do want and what do I don't want. Like discernment. Sometimes to know what you don't want, you have to know what you do want. Or to know what you do want, you have to know what you don't want. So sometimes you just have to go with the flow and say, okay, this is some discernment. This is showing me what I don't want. So you know what that means? I'm even closer to getting what I do want because I even now more strongly know what I don't want. In the immediate future, and I feel a real strong energy just like swept in. So somebody's guide came in. It really has a message. So like it felt like a sweeping in of the energy. So we're going to see who has a message coming up, but we're going to put you on the shelf for just a minute because we are going to finish the general energy reading. And if there's any relevance to this for that person, we invite it in, but otherwise, no, somebody has a message here because somebody just energetically showed up. In the immediate future is the Seven of Cups, and that's about deciding what do you want. Like, what do you want to bring in? What makes you happy? What excites you? What brings you joy? In the current environment is the Five of Swords, and the five is about change. And we just went through that 5-5 portal, which is that time of it is time to change your thinking. Like swords are that thing about what are you thinking? Like if you trust and give it to swords, because at the bottom of this card, that person is surrendered. You know what? You don't have to figure it all out. You know what you have to figure out? What you do and don't want. Like, what do you want? And sometimes we get in the cycle of, well, I don't want this and I don't want that. But instead, focus on what do you want. Go outside and talk to Source and tell Source what you do want in this relationship, what you do want on the next phase of your journey. And I feel like maybe you feel like there's no way to change it, but you know what? I don't feel like it's your place to change it. I feel like that other person's going to come towards you. So in the right time, it's going to bring that wish fulfillment. They are going to take the action towards you to bring you what you desire. You just have to know what you desire and put it out there. The hopes and fears card is the Hanged Man, and that's about having a new perspective, about being playful. Okay, Source, this is the way I would like this future relationship to be. I would like it built on respect and love and loyalty and honesty. What are the things you want it built on? Maybe in the past that wasn't where your value was based. So where do you want your value to be based? As you have clarity and have gone through this cycle of knowing what you do and you don't want, you know more than ever what you want out of this relationship that you have that is in separation right now. The outcome is the Moon card, and that is that nurturing energy. It's diving into that shadow work, but also like knowing that it is a cycle. It's part of, the Moon represents the mother energy. It represents Cancer energy. It represents that shadow. Where has that triggered you? Because finding your shadow frees you. Like when you see where your cycle is, because the Moon, where you see where you are in this cycle and this pattern, it frees you because then you see, oh, that's that cycle. That's that pattern. That's that thing that triggers me. Hold on, that's that thing that I worked on. That's the thing where I now have emotional regulation with. Where are you with your healing work, with doing your emotional regulation? Are you taking the steps towards that place of detachment right now? The underlying energy is the King of Swords, the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hermit with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And for me, this card always is about the Eight of Swords is there, but there's that one little white bird, and I always say that's my little Celia bird. She's the quiet voice there. I have to take some deep breaths, connect to my inner, connect. If I'm in this other place of the Eight of Swords, it just takes a moment as you practice it more. And the more you do it, the more clarity you're going to have. And as I feel like you see this pattern, you're going to open up your healing path in a brand new way. You're going to open up the way to abundance for you in a brand new way, in an elevated way through your spiritual gifts. Because I'm going to tell you, what you heal is what you teach, and honestly, that is the greatest part of this mission. You become an expert because you have seen the cycle, you have seen your pattern. So when you are with somebody else, you're going to be like, I know this cycle, I know this pattern. And it's about having the awareness sooner and sooner. So then when it starts to happen, you're like, because things will happen and you will have awareness of them and it'll come around so you can even do it faster. and then it'll come around for the next level. Mastery. It's not necessarily testing you. It's just pushing you to that next level of mastery through this. And the mastery is honestly about you being your authentic self and seeing the pattern of you have signed up for this wound, because there's Chiron. Celia's favorite thing to talk about is, Chiron, that wounded healer. If you don't know, Chiron is the key symbol on your birth chart, and she said it is the key. It's the wound you get before the age of 7, and that wound repeats over and over throughout your life. Like, are you looking at the cycle? Are you looking at the pattern? Do you know where your Chiron is? Celia's favorite thing, where is your Chiron? So I'm just gonna clean this up, and then we will get to some questions. Hi, Blessed. Hi, Cat Goddess. Hi. Suntless. Cat Goddess, can we, Celia says we're going to start with you, and those cards had a strong message today. And I don't think I have my moderator here, so oh. So if you're here and you would like a message, drop a comment, let us know you're here. I know I was running a little late on Taurus time. I had to make my coffee, and then Celia wanted a wardrobe change. So Sunsless, may I ask about my work, looking for a job, one that pays too little. Oh. Hi, Kelsey. And I'm going to tell you, write down what you want. And that general message that we just did was about talking to Source about what you wanted. So are you doing that? So, yes. So we are going to see about a job for you. And we're using the Archangel Metatron cards. Okay. And I'm here to show the back of them. And the cards you get, well, the bottom of the deck is the card of codependency, which is the key to freedom. And then signs is the next card, which is from Spirit with love. So, are you seeing any birds? I see bluebirds all the time. And we get the message of yellow, joy and happiness, and the card of green, which is heart healing. What is the thing that you're passionate about? What is the thing that excites you? What are you at a job because of money? Yeah. See what they have to say. I'm going to say, I know birds, like in the morning, they start chirping because, yeah. Sometimes you have to go where like, what makes you happy? What is your passion? What on your spiritual path are you passionate about? Like joy and delight, and that's like solar plexus and heart chakras. So if you could do anything you wanted to do and money wasn't an option, what would you do? Like, Well, you get the cards of the High Priestess, which tells me you can connect and manifest what you want. The Three of Cups, through working with the community. The Eight of Cups is part of your spiritual mission. And the Sun, the thing that makes you happy. You know what okay, this is a little random. I have found somebody on my YouTube, and she like is this girl that lives in, I think it's Italy now, and is like traveling and has like some horse rescue thing, and is just like living her dream. And you know how she's taken care of, paying for all of that, recording it on YouTube. Like this is the thing she's doing, so she's talking about it. I don't know why. Apparently, I saw her, so I could tell you about it. So, like, you can create the life you want. For one, you here is my manifestation journal. It says my perfect partner. 2 pages, no shame. I knew what I did and didn't want, and also my career things. Do you know I'm married to the person that lists most of the time? The jobs, I'm doing all of that right now because I wrote it down. Take some time to write it down. Start small. Where do you want to travel to? Trust in the signs. I feel like they're being loud because like a gong is like a resounding sound that goes for a while. So like I feel like the signs are very strong. You just have to really decide what you want and then take a little bit of action towards it, because you get what you want as soon as you take the action. Because the Three of Wands is about getting wish fulfillment, but it's about what action are you taking to get there. Like as far as making jewelry, are you doing any of that now? You know what you can do? You can do a video while you're making the jewelry, and then you get content creating and you get to make the jewelry, and that gets your name started being out there. Like I'll just say I'm a projector. If if you're interested in some more stuff, let me know, because like this is the opportunity now. Take action now, like one thing at a time. And like I said, if you're creating, do that and like record it. Create content along your journey. This is me launching my video. This is, where do you want to be with that in a year? Do you want to be going places selling your jewelry? Do you want to, what do you want to? You got to write down what you want. And literally by doing that, you don't understand the power of that. But you can create exactly what you want by writing it down. As long as it's for your highest and greatest good, and when you're in that vibration, source brings it to you. It's amazing. Do you know this is my job? Doing this. So you can have anything you want. You just have to let go of that codependency and know you're protected by source. And if you are doing the thing that is your mission and the thing you're putting love in and the thing you're passionate about, source takes care of you financially. All you have to do is trust in your passion and love yourself. Like those are literally the 2 keys. So thank you for your question. So Nick, how are you doing today? Welcome. If you have time to moderate, we would greatly appreciate it. And my pleasure. And like right now is the best time to start with that content creating. You would be surprised at, share your wisdom. So, yo pop. Yo pop's is terrific. Okay. We are, you want to know about your love life, and I have the romance angel. So we will. I left them sitting on my desk for a reason. So we will see. Message, please. So Kelsey, did I see something about an interview for you? And we are getting some cards for No Pop, and we get the card of engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level. The card of flirt, expand your light-hearted energy to others, and then separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and chemistry. I feel like this is Yo Pop, I feel like it's a little are you in a twin flame relationship? Is this going in and out? Because like this feels like really good and a little flirty and then a little avoidant. Like there's great chemistry, but there's I feel a wonkiness. So go slow. Like I hear don't be aware of somebody over promising and under delivering. And we get the 6 of Pentacles, and then the bottom of the deck is the Devil, the 10 of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the 4 of Swords with the 10 of Cups. I feel like this person is here to teach you about your self-worth and knowing your value, like not getting pulled between the light and the dark. Like I feel like this person Yo Pop is tripping, is this person is meant to really show you yeah, I feel like the person overpromises and underdelivers, and it's not reciprocal, and they're like, oh, they're really in it, and then they're not. But how you approach the situation can change that. By being aware, Celia says. So Nicole, Celia says we're gonna let you pick who's next, and oh, beautiful. Well, I know you're in great company. Okay. So Kelsey, we are gonna see what is for you. I like that first card is trust yourself, Kelsey. And so you get the card of trust yourself, the card of emotions or energy in motion, and crown activation, and move through your fear. Hey, Kelsey, close your eyes. How's it going to feel when you get the call about the job? Yeah, like, how is it going to feel? Like, move through the fear, because, like, and the wisdom of the solar plexus, because having that confidence is the thing that's going to bring it in. Trust yourself. Are you qualified for this job? Do you know Source is going to bring you the thing that's best for you? And that emotions or energy in motion. Another thing, close your eyes, and when you think about that fear, where do you feel that fear in your body? Like, yeah, but like where you're having that. And another great trick I've recently learned, if you're having some anxiety about it and you're not sure why, you could ask your ego and say, hey, ego, why am I having anxiety? I feel a little anxiety. Why am I doing that? And, the ego is going to assess your environment and say, I don't know, there's really nothing to be, because it's kind of going in the back door with the ego of like, okay, why am I having this anxiety? So I don't know, that card reminded me of that. So, like, go in and do it a different way. Like, how are you going to feel? What you think and what you feel and what you believe happens. So, what you think, what you feel, and what you believe is what's going to happen. Yeah, there's no reason. Like, that right there is throat and heart chakra right there. Trust yourself. Trust. Oh, yeah. So Kelsey's on, and what a lovely day. And Cat Goddess. Um, okay. I mean, because in that move through the fear card, you know what? She's standing there with her hands up, which looks to me like she's celebrating. Well, Kelsey, it looks like you have the Lover's card and the Justice card and the Temperance card. All major arcanas, which tells me you're being guided by this divinely. Trust that this is where you're meant to be. It's going to be something good for you, equal give and take. You just got to move through the fear and go into that place of confidence. And because we feel like very activated in your things, we feel like it's your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your crown chakra all are feeling all a little bit out of balance. So ironically, I hear the best thing for you would be do some great grounding, like, and surrender to source. If this is meant for me, let it be easy. And then put it out of your mind, because if you're focusing on it a lot, you know what you're doing? You're causing, you're sending it negative energy when you're having anxiety about it. Every time you think about it and you're having anxiety about it, you're like sending negative energy to that situation. So I hear trust you. So, and Nicole said she is refreshed now. So, you are very welcome, Kelsey. And so it looks like what a lovely day. I could use some guidance from my guides. Okay. And we picked up the Sacred Traveler deck. And a few came out. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. View from above, get the big picture. Solitude in silence, peace prevails, and passion and pleasure. Savor your life. I love that one. And the bottom of the deck is wise leader. You are a beacon to others. And where are you at on your spiritual journey? I hear, where are you at? Like, are you stepping in? If you're not, you get the card of begin now, and then infinite abundance is underneath there. Well, you definitely get the card about stepping in and beginning now. And yeah, what are your spiritual gifts? And I'm going to say I offer a mentorship program to help guide the spiritual path and clear past life karma and energy and activate and guide. I'm a guide. Are you using those? Do you read tarot? Do you do like how are you using them? These cards are so loud. Okay, well, we get the Page of Swords, which is sometimes about not delivering the message. He's like holding it back. And then we get the Two of Swords, which is about some indecision. And the Four of Cups is about not taking what's being offered. And the Ten of Swords is the bottom of the deck. And if you're interested, I have my mentorship. It's on my website, is in the description. I have it on sale right now for half price. Just saying. Like I feel like it's saying like it's time now. Then you get the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, and then Tower and healing. Actually, what I'm getting with that, you're at the end of this. Are you ready to step in to work with somebody to help you do that healing? Somebody you have a contract with, somebody that's going to shake things up for you. It's funny that we were talking about the mentorship. So, because I do an energy session with that work, that maybe will open up something different. So if you're interested, I am letting you know we have that mentorship. I feel like you're being guided to work with somebody that's going to activate and like shake everything up, like in a good way though, because then we have the Star, which is that healing energy. So are you ready to heal? Are you ready to step into power, step into being the wise leader? Beginning now, because then infinite abundance is underneath there as you step into doing mission. So apparently your guys wanted me to tell you I have a mentorship program. It's 10 weeks. It's $500 right now, which is only $50 a week. And you get 2 hours of mentorship, an energy session every other week, and daily emails. So, and support. And I will say, the other Nicole is part of my mentorship program. So, yeah, have any questions, you can ask her. Yes, you. She manifested so many things on her list that she made last week. She had to make a new list. Which I am excited to hear all about. So, we hope that helps. My pleasure. I'm going to tell you, when I was on the fence about stepping into mission, as soon as I did, like, things just got easier. So sometimes you just have to take the leap and trust the gifts you have, and that they're meant to be part of your work in the future. Okay. So, Nicole, who is next? Britt, do you have a question, a general? What would you like? Yeah, and we're going to use the Sacred Forest for you, Britt, and then LP will get that. We'll scan your energy and see what we feel like you need. So, Britt, we are getting general cards. Okay. Okay, the first card you get is the card of the Forest Temple, which is enlightenment, which is beautiful. Then you get the Bee Spirit, which is prosperity, even better. And then the Storm Spirit, which is chaos. So, where are you playing it safe? And then the Maple Spirit, which is generosity. And I feel like that's the Tower, so I feel like something is coming towards you. And with this generosity, that makes me feel like, and then the Fire Spirit is under that, which is energy. This feels like legacy abundance to me, the generosity card. Because that tree looks solid and stable, generational. Okay. We start with the Justice card, which is about so contract card. And then you get the Knight of Wands, which is a different card in this deck than most decks. So in this one, like, that person is going on a journey, but they are, because wands are about action, but it looks like their action's taken a little bit of ease. And normally that's not the message I get with this, but I feel like you have a contract with this, and maybe it's about just, if this is meant for me, let it be easy and not push it, because sometimes if you're pushing something, you have resistance with it. And then we get the Lovers and the Sun card. So I feel like that's going to come to you. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and the Lovers is, I feel like that's saying you're going to find out who that is. And then if I don't normally take reversals, and I don't know why it's reversed, but it is. The Ace of Swords is sometimes about maybe not being what you expect, not being the message that you thought it was, because then you get the Ace of Swords. the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Fool with the Nine of Wands. I hear we're putting that upside down. I don't like these two together. The Ace of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords. Because that makes me feel like Eight of Swords. And sometimes that's about Seven of Swords is about deceptive energy, and Eight of Swords is about mind chatter. I feel like if you take a different approach to it, this lighthearted, easy approach, it's going to come towards you easy. Trust that everything is in the right time. The Nine of Wands is the bottom of the deck, which is the end of the cycle. But like in this Nine of Wands, that person isn't looking like the wounded warrior. They're resting. They're letting it happen. So, Britt, I hear, let it happen. You have a contract with this. Your action is actually about taking less action with it. So, clear these real quick to make sure everything is in the right order. My pleasure. And my guide is always really strong about, write down what you want. And we are about to have a full moon in Scorpio on the 12th. Scorpio is about transformation. The beginning message was about, when I started, Britt, I did a general reading, and it was about like some disconnection with a family thing that is going to come back around. But sometimes you have to have that to know your worth and to have the relationship be in the way you want. So something about that, but in the end of that reading, it was like everything worked out. So I feel like it's going to work out. Just be easy about it. And we're going to get a energy clearing for LP. Okay, and we activated your sacral chakra. We did an energy clearing and then activated the sacral. So I'm going to clear my cards real quick just to make sure everything's going okay. I like everything to be upright, and so we're just going to flip through the cards real quick. How is everyone doing today? So, Cat Goddess, what do you want to bring in by Scorpio? Because normally you manifest, and then it's about 6 months until that's complete. So, what do you want? What kind of change do you want to manifest? Because that is, about transformation, death, rebirth. Like, so where do you want to, like, what transformation are you trying to bring in for yourself? And everyone, just bear with me for just a moment. I'm just clearing my cards. I had some that were upside down. And so welcome, Stephanie, Frida Bell Smith, Cat Lover, Chris Nat Channel, XXL, and Nick, are you still around? Okay, we're letting you pick who's next. Apparently, we just needed to clear the deck first. So, Stephanie, welcome. Let me Um, so, Stephanie, are you still here? So, love life. So you said it's funny we brought these. We're keeping these romance angels in here. It's kind of an on-off thing for me, and apparently right now it's. Okay, and you get the card of make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So we are really loving that. And Stephanie, release your ex. The time has come to clear the energy. And what happened in that relationship? Because what you need to clear that energy so you're not bringing it into this new thing. So what happened in your last thing? So he says, what happened in your last thing? Because this thing coming in is really good because you get the 9 of Cups. That's like personal wish fulfillment. Like, okay. Lately, Stephanie, I have been doing work with some of my mentorship clients and personally myself on betrayal. So sometimes that's like one of our root wounds. So I hear, look at that. So because this next thing is going to be really good. And then, yeah, you really want to look at this because you get the 6 of Cups, which is about that energy coming back around, which is the 5 of Swords and the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit. So you can like totally, yeah, like, do you want this next one to be way better? Like sometimes with this betrayal wound, you're always looking for that person to do a thing and then in a way you sabotage it, which is what this feels like could be underneath. But by just looking at that pattern, like being like, because at first when it came up for me, I'm like, I don't think I have that. And then I asked my guide and then I started getting things. So I feel like it could take you to like a different level in this next relationship. So, because this looks really good to make the effort and the romantic feelings looks like something strong with this underlying stuff all is like sometimes even like subconscious. Because those things are like we get patterns like that. That betrayal thing is like a subconscious pattern that, you know, a lot of other things get built on it because the ego tries to bury that deeply to keep it intact. So, like, as you see that, like, I'm going to tell you, look up fearful avoidant attachment style. That betrayal causes that. And it normally goes back to your parents, and it normally happens before the age of 7. And sometimes it's one or both your parents. And then that kind of is part of that cycle. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you, hey, Stephanie, I have a mentorship program. I actually have one spot left. So Celia's been having me talk about it because for a while we had it closed and we're letting new people in. But I have a mentorship program, 10 weeks. Let me know if you're interested. It always works on that healing those wounds and, you know, releasing the blocks and things that are stopping you from living the life you want. So, and the free yourself card popped up. So we're just throwing that out there as well to you, that I have that. And sometimes I don't always say anything about it, but today Celia wants to talk about it. So, Nicole, who is next? My pleasure. And Stephanie, my guide says if you're interested, you can always look in, type my name in the side chicks thing if you're interested in my program. There's a link there, or you can send me an email if you're interested. And have a great day, and thank you for joining us. So, Frida, I see. Frida, are you still here? And there's so much energy in my hands right there. So, no worries. I know where you're at, Nick. So, I completely understand. And we saw Frida was still here, so we're gonna get. If my boyfriend is coming to me here where I live, and does he love me? Okay. So, Frida, we are going to get you some cards from the Romance Angels. And you get the card of attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So, Frida, that looks really good. And then the bottom of the deck is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, we like the feeling of that. So, savor this, like think about how you would like it to be. Yeah, looks good. Okay, it does look really good. You get the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. You get the Wheel of Fortune, which is about a new cycle beginning. The Three of Pentacles, which is a contract card. For me, a lot of times, this is me and Dave and Celia. So us in union together, in that you have a contract with other people. And the King of Pentacles is husband, father material, part of your spiritual path. I'm going to tell you, Frida, I'm a twin flame and I attract that energy. And also, you know what that means? That person's going to teach you a lot of lessons to heal all those things that have ever held you back from being your true self. But you have a contract with this person truly to take you to the next level. So have fun with this. If this is a twin flame thing in the beginning, it's the most amazing thing, but also know it's the thing that is going to trigger you the most, because to heal something, you have to normally be triggered by it. And as you're triggered by it, you know what you do? You heal it, you let it go, you stop the cycle. So I feel like really good cards are there. I feel like this person is going to teach you a lot. It's going to be, definitely divinely guided with those two cards, especially with the Wheel there. So more freeing energy as well, because with that, yes, have a wonderful day. Write the story of how you would like it to go. Like, we don't understand how powerful our written words are. Like, what would you like it to be like? Because I'm going to say, Dave is my twin flame and he triggers me the most. But you know what? I also get the most growth with him, and I am more authentically free to be myself every day because of that. So we don't realize how much of don't put that person on a pedestal. Just be an equal to them as well. Yes, write the story. I'm going to tell you, here's my list. When I was trying to, way back, 2016, I wrote a list, all the things I wanted. I also did that on a career. I also made me a schedule, which I have since revised. But I'm going to tell you, the thing at the bottom of my list, Frida, is sleeping with my husband. One statement about it. It's where I put him in my schedule. So can you write a little schedule about where you would like your day to go and end it that way, sleeping with my husband? Like, I didn't manifest it that day, but when my energy and that person's energy lined up, it was magic from the very first day. Like, I'll tell you, I also stood him up on the first date. So, because everything in divine timing. Like, write that list, and you can even like modify and change it, because sometimes we get discernment and we want new things out of that relationship. So no, you can always do it. And like, my thing doesn't have a person. It says my perfect mate. Very general. I wrote the list. I live with him. I'm married to him. So anyone else that's here, please drop a comment so me and Nicole know you're here, and then we can continue getting some messages. XXL, you are next. Do you have a question? Would you like a general? Would you like an energy activation? What can we get for you? So he's like, what can we do today? Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, you attract your next person based on your energy and based on your belief. So it's always good to look at your last cycle. Like, look at your history, because we get the ancestors card. So how does your family do love? Because you get the card of air, which is fly free, and the card of ancestors, which is appreciation and healing, and the card of go with the flow, paddle on. I am going to say sometimes we are meant to fly solo for a little while. And I think you're supposed to do that right now, because you know why? You're leveling up. Yeah. Where is this in your ancestors? Where is this in your family history? How does your family do love? If your family did love really dysfunctional, sometimes we come in and we're like, I don't want to do that. And sometimes you won't do it until you're at that place where you have healed that energy. Because if it's since birth, that means you had probably a betrayal wound. So I would look at avoidant attachment style, just because generally that's what I've recently learned about. But this person is like in their, alone. But then here's communication. Speak and be heard. Have you talked about what you wanted? And then there's the card of the beacon. So are you being in the energy to attract it? Like, what do you want to attract? Like, how is love in your family? How do your grandparents do it? How do your, extended family, how do they do love? Is everybody in a really committed relationship? Is divorce prevalent in the family? Like, what is the, I told one person, I wrote my list, and if you don't have a list, I'm going to highly encourage you to write your list. And then you know what I did? I told one person that was kind of in and out on me, and you know what I said? I said, I am dating for commitment. So what do you feel like being in a committed relationship makes you not free? Like, what is your feeling and belief on commitment? Like, I'll tell you, I kept attracting non-committal people. You want to know the common factor? Me. You know what? I did an Abraham process, which is on the top, you write where you're at currently. I'm in a I am single and not in a relationship. And then in the middle, you write what you want. I want to be in a committed relationship. And then you write general statements around, and you can do some, you can look on YouTube and find that. Like, I did that, and I'm going to tell you, I did that. I took a Chiron class, and like, I took that Chiron class. I did that thing, and within weeks, I met Dave. I also at that time stepped into my mission and said, I'm an energy healer because that's my mission. So, do you know where your mission is? Are you doing that? Where's your North Node? You know, are you working on your healing? Do you know where your Chiron is? That's my guide's favorite thing to talk about. Chiron. What do you need to heal? Because sometimes you may even have come in with like a past life contract of like, sometimes we're like in a religious place where we say we won't be, you know, we have a contract to not be in physical relation with another person. And that card went flying. So we're going to, the sun's on the bottom of the deck, which is a good thing. So we're taking that one. And apparently whatever we said just hit the mark, because like, that's what we feel like. That just hit the mark. So, XXL, I do energy clearing. I feel like you may have a contract that needs cleared, that can really change that and bring in the person you're desiring. Because we get the Sun, the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. And in this Six of Cups, it looks like they are, you know, that's past life energy, somebody coming back around that you had a relationship with. And maybe this contract is being blocked from bringing in this victory and this other person. I'm going to say, if you're interested in an energy session, you can send me a email, or you can book one on my website. Yeah, I feel like you have a contract there. So it's more than just clearing your energy. You have, yeah, that a contract to clear. So Nicole, who is next? So welcome, Heather, and Maria. Insight on future love. Okay, Heather, we will, okay, this is something not normal. Hey, Heather, I'm going to give you a choice. I have these Archangel Metatron cards, or I have the Romance Angels. We're going to let you pick, apparently. Not normally something I do, but apparently they want you to have a choice. So what do you want? Which is interesting, because not typically the the flow of the. So okay. My pleasure. And you get the card of Conquering Fear. Start today. And with that, know that you are protected. And future love. Heather, the thing that's kind of been coming up lately for me and a lot of people I've been working with and talking to and attracting in my energy is people that have that betrayal wound. And sometimes do you have, how was love last time? And then we get the cosmos, which is mirroring you. So, how are you feeling about love? Because truly you're going to attract the person that mirrors you the most. And I'm going to tell you, Heather, I wrote a list for my future love that I now live with and manifested and married. I wrote a list, all the qualities I wanted. I knew what I did and didn't want. I also did that for my career. Knew what I did and didn't want. Wrote it down. Strongest way to manifest anything. Yeah. So, like, know that, like, you can write this list at any time, and you can even go back and amend it. I recently added something to mine, and it has manifested into my relationship just by adding it to my list of one of my desires. Because I know it's crazy to believe, but what you think and what you feel and what you believe creates your reality. So, what would you like? What is your best, like, and I can't help but notice these are very indigo colors. So I feel like this is very third eye energy. Like, you have a connection. If it's somebody you already know, which I feel like it is, but like, what's causing the fear? Like, what's causing the fear? Because the cosmos are mirroring you. So, like, if you want to bring here, the Two of Cups. You get to create it because there is, I'm going to say the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Emperor, and then the Queen of Swords, and then the Hermit, and the Six of Cups. Heather, I'm going to tell you, I am a twin flame. I tend to attract that energy. And with you having something before and wanting back, it sounds like it could have been that. Ultimately, here's the only card that came out when we did the ones that are face up. All of these are underneath. And I'm going to say, by the way, the Emperor is over there. And the Six of Cups is about energy from the past coming back. And that Queen of Cups, like, what have you both learned? What are you both triggering? Because you want me to tell you what I learned about twin flames? They mirror you, and so you can heal everything. I'm going to say one of the things I've learned in this kind of relationship is most people have this betrayal wound. So look at where you got the betrayal wound. Because that's the thing that causes the fear. The fear of betrayal, the fear of this won't last, the fear of this. You know what? This mirror tells me that's your person. Like, this tells me this is your person. So, Heather, we're going to get you one of my cards too from my deck. Oh, Heather, do you know about Chiron? Chiron is this key symbol on your birth chart. It is the key to your inner child healing. And then you also get the card of Be the Light. Do you want to know how I brought my person in the fastest and keep it in the best place? Be the light, be in mission. Heather, what do you okay, Chiron is the wounded healer. It's the wound you get before the age of 7. It repeats over and over again. It's a 50-year cycle. So, like, it's like, look at where your house is and look at where your sign is. Look at, like, what house and sign it's in, and then look at the natural rulers of that house and see. Put the pieces together. I began doing that, and literally I stepped in to do an energy work, and literally my person was brought to me on a silver platter. My work, as soon as I stepped in to do an energy work again, source blessed me. So whatever you're meant to do, which is normally you heal this Chiron and then you help other people heal it. Oh, by the way, yeah, you heal this and then you help other people heal it. Because once you heal it, then you have the superpower of it. Yeah. So look and see what house and sign it's in and begin putting the pieces together. But I feel like definitely, oh yeah, we all have it. Like I have a mentorship program and literally that is week 1. And then you see where that pattern is, woven throughout your life. Like we have that and then it just is repeated until like, and then when it comes up, you're like, oh, hold on, that's that thing. And we came in at a time that we all thought we wanted a betrayal wound. So we had to overcome that because why not make it a little harder? So if you're interested in doing some more work on your Chiron, I do stuff and I have a mentorship program. So Nicole, who is next? And thank you for joining us, Heather. We greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to say that person's going to trigger everything in you because you're meant to heal it. My pleasure. I'm going to tell you, Heather, that's my mission in this lifetime. I do energy work and I am a channel. So where are you? Where's your north node? Where are you on that? Where's your north node? Are you working on it? Are you Maria, are you still here? We don't realize how much our birth chart is a map of our life. It gives us lots of clues and tips along the way. So it looks like Maria may have left. So we will, so anyone that's here, please drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Okay. Chris, are you here? So, Chris, can you drop your question? Do you want a general? What can we get for you today? And then Cat Goddess will get you next. Well, do you know she doesn't even have to do it because karma will take care of that. Just so you know, are you in a are you in a different place energetically? So I had one deck and I switched to these energy cards, Chris. So we're gonna see what wants to come out. There are ways people can there is dark magic. I don't think she did it though, because you get the card of cornucopia when I'm asking about the energy with that. And appreciation and anxiety. Do you yet appreciate the person? I hear there's a lot of stuff I don't want to get into that's none of my business. Well, you get the Two of Cups and you get the Judgment. And the moon's upside down, which is, I just went through this deck, so I'm surprised that it's upside down. So I think she may have, yes, done. Yes, yes. I don't like that upside down. Like, but like, she could have just had the intention that you get what you deserve. Like, well, do you see this card of cornucopia? Does that seems abundant? Maybe you wanted abundance, so she put that on you. I don't like, I just went through and straightened my cards, so there's no reason for this moon to be upside down. Like, that makes me feel like some energy there, and I'm going to say yes, she did. I'm going to say yeah. I started out wanted to say no, but it's definitely the energy of yes. Under that is this anxiety card and the happy family and the man holding the heart, and yeah. There are ways people can do things to yes. Yes. Have you tried making amends with those people, and are you still having that same behavior? Are you still having the same behavior, or are you having a different behavior? Are you having a different behavior because of, like, what was that feeling in you? Because I feel like there's so much more underneath that you were trying to feel with that action. that being that way wasn't a cool guy, was it? Because how was your integrity? Because like source is like really strong and like that. And karma has a way of coming back. And I feel like that person did put some energy towards you. Toward that cornucopia, like is about being abundant. So instead of abundant in women, now you're abundant in you. Which I think may be a message from source about maybe you being more connected and in tune with you. When you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself? Not a lot of self-love, low self-worth. Honestly, that's how you made all of those women feel. Energy is like a boomerang. It comes back to you. Yeah, because they all projected negative energy at you. I hear now is the time about you just like pulling back from that whole energy about lust and all that cheating and all that is dark energy attacking you. You probably have an attachment. And instead of it getting energy one way, now it's doing it through your energy about how you feel about yourself. Because you were really high vibration and it was feeding off of the energy of what it was doing to all of those women, and now it's feeding off of your energy. Well, you can do an energy clearing. You can do an energy session. I offer them. Many people do, but I definitely feel like there is, like, that's very low vibrational, dark energy. And the dark energy would want to harvest those energy of the good women that you cheated on. And now, since they're not giving you that, you're not getting that energy for the darkness. Now it is harvesting you. So, anyway. So, hey, Chris, if you're interested, I have energy sessions. I don't even know how much they are right now. I had them for oh, they're full price right now at $111. So I have energy sessions on sale for $111, or regular price at $111. It's not on sale. Yeah. Yeah, because so if you're interested in some energy work, Chris, my stuff's in the description box. I do regular, I'm a Reiki master, and I do Kundalini Reiki, and I do Atlantean Reiki. So I do energy work at a quantum and galactic level if you're interested, so I can pull those contracts. So just throwing that out there as well. So Cat Goddess, how are you doing today? Oh, it was just in Aries, so you've probably really been activated, Heather, but now it's in Pisces. What house is that in for you? And North Node in Aries. Aries is, that fiery energy. So, are you following the thing you're most passionate about, like action with passion? Are you, do you show people that the best life that you're living? I hear that. Like, are you putting your, Heather, are you a projector? Are you putting your energy out there and showing people the life you're living? That will be the way to attract people to you, to see the outward expression. I am really good, Cat Goddess. Do you have a question? And apparently we're going to switch cards. Apparently we're coming back to these. Oh, 6th house, about your day-to-day work. Are you doing your spiritual work in your day-to-day? It's supposed to be part of your day-to-day work. So, and Cat Goddess, we got the Archangel Metatron cards back out. And Cat Goddess, you get the card of Conquering Fear. Start today. And the angel is there to know you're protected. And the card of Duality, which is balance needed and authentic self. Who are you? So, who are you? Do you know, Cat Goddess, when we do something and for somebody else and we overgive in any way, we are betraying ourselves, not being true to our authentic self. And I feel like there's somewhere that you are not being true to yourself. We get the Knight of Wands, we get the Fool, and we get the Tower. And so he says we're going to get one more, which is the Page of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands is about, in this card, it's about taking easier action. Trusting that it's okay just to be yourself. And you're going to show other people that it's safe to just be yourself. Oh, beautiful. We love that. So you're going to be that inspiration. I feel like with your family, because you get the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So you get the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles underlying with the 4 of Wands as the underlying energy, which is about celebration, about, I think there's going to be a new opportunity that'll come to you that you get to set up on, that's going to bring in a new action. Following what's true to your heart is going to be the thing that'll bring in, I feel like, a person and that like life stability that you ultimately want. I don't feel like necessarily, because I feel like you're at the beginning of this with this Fool of this journey of, having that wonder of what do you want to create? What do you want to do? Um, are you sharing who you are? Like, do you have social media? Do you have a platform where you're sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your fun? Like, are you sharing yourself in any place? Like, try it. You are meant to be this messenger. Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to be like, when you take this step forward and be like, I'm just going to share, like, what is your passion? What are you excited about? Share that thing. Like, do you like doing makeup? Like, what do you like? What is your thing that you're passionate about? What do you like to do for fun? What do you like to talk about? Like, what do you like to do? I hear, put it out there in a new action. Make it be easy, make it be fun, make it be lighthearted. Like, if you and somebody else talk and have the greatest conversations, record them. Like, show the authentic you. That's what you're meant to do. And then underneath is, I hear to show you, and that's a diamond right there, which is about purity and innocence. And it's about showing who you authentically are, and that being okay with you, and other people celebrate you for truly sharing who you are and being authentic and being an inspiration to other people because you are sharing your authentic self. Don't let fear hold you back. And that duality is about that masculine and feminine. What do you want? And then what action are you taking towards it? Like, you have to have the desire of the feminine energy. And then you have to do the duality, the masculine energy, to take a step towards that. Don't worry about other people's opinion of you. Put you out there. Do you think everybody is happy that I always do this? Do you know what? It doesn't matter. It's my calling. I have to do what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm getting a lot of like bubbles about, you need to release that. You need to be okay shining and being authentically you. Like, do you know how beautiful that is of you just being you? Like, somebody needs to hear what you have to say, even though you might not think so. Even if it helps one person, it's worth putting yourself out there. We are on this journey to help each other through it. So, I don't know. Very strongly put yourself out there in whatever form you're passionate about. Because there's some wisdom that somebody else needs that you have. Yeah, because we're programmed into that. Because what if this person doesn't like what I do and they betray me and they leave? You know what? If they leave, they're not your person. They're not your tribe. Like, those that matter won't mind, and those that mind don't matter. Like, that was a statement the other day, very strong from Celia. Like, you have to do what's true to you. Like, every time you're not true to you and you let somebody else's opinion or even fear of their opinion stop you from being your authentic self, you are betraying yourself. You are abandoning your authentic self, and you're abandoning your inner child every time you do it. I know that sucks, but I'm appears to be the truth of the matter. So with that, I have been like an hour and a half, so I am going to take a break. I hope everyone has a great day. Anybody that's looking to book an energy session, my website's below, or you can reach out by email and we can work something out if needed. Everyone have a great day. Thank you for joining. Bye.